All right, let's dive in. Today, we're going to tackle one of the biggest, most common headaches you'll find in pretty much any office, just trying to find your files. We're going to pull back the curtain on a really powerful tool called Windows DFS and show you how it can take a complete maze of servers and turn it into a simple, easy-to-use map. Let's get into it.
You know the feeling, right? You're absolutely sure you've saved that report somewhere. But where? Was it on the finance server, the main department share, or, I don't know, that old server that everyone's supposed to stop using? It honestly feels like you need a treasure map just to find your own work. And this is what that maze actually looks like. It's just a long, messy list of server paths that everyone is just supposed to memorize. And it's not just confusing for the people using it, it's a total nightmare for the IT department. Think about it. Every single time a server gets upgraded or replaced, every shortcut, every link that points to it just breaks. There has to be a better way, right?
Well, there is, and the solution is actually built right into Windows Server. It's called the Distributed File System, or what we all just call DFS. This is the tool that was literally designed to fix this exact problem.
So what is it exactly? Well, think of it like this. DFS takes all those different files scattered across all those different physical servers, and it brings them all together under one single virtual roof. It logically groups them, creating a seamless folder structure. For the user, it just turns all that back-end chaos into one clean, organized place.
And this is the magic trick. All of those confusing paths from before, gone. They get replaced by one single logical path. Just imagine telling a new employee, hey, just go to Contoso Public, and that's it. Everything they need for every department is just there, neatly organized. That is the big aha moment of DFS.
So how does Windows actually pull this off? It's not just one thing. It actually relies on two core components that work together perfectly. So let's pop the hood and break down the engine behind DFS.
The best way to think about it is with a map and a copier. First, you've got DFS namespaces. That's the map. It's the thing that creates that single virtual folder, the user-friendly guide to all the data. On the other hand, you have DFS replication, and that's the copier. It works quietly in the background, intelligently syncing your files across different servers to make sure all your data is safe, up-to-date, and always available when you need it.
So let's look a little closer at that map, the namespaces. Its main job is to create that clean virtual view. But here's the really clever part. It completely hides where the files physically are. Your users have no idea, and they don't need to know if the HR files are on server A or server B. And for an IT admin, this is an absolute game changer. You can literally move all your data to a brand new server, and because the user shortcut points to that virtual name, not the physical server, they won't notice a single thing.
And then you have the copier, replication. Now, this is not just a simple copy and paste job. It is incredibly efficient. It's what makes sure that if one of your servers suddenly goes offline, you have an identical copy ready to take over. That's what we call high availability. And it's smart too. It uses a technology called remote differential compression. All that means is, if you change just one sentence in a 50-page document, it only sends that one sentence across the network, not the entire file all over again. I mean, think of the massive amount of bandwidth that saves. Okay, so that's the techie part. We get the how. But now for the most important question, the why. What's the actual real-world payoff for putting a system like this in place?
Well, the benefits are pretty crystal clear. For your users, it means simplified access to their data, no more confusion. For the business, it means way higher availability and much less risk of downtime. And for IT, it means server migrations become a breeze and you get that awesome location transparency. On top of all that, it plugs right into Active Directory for security. It's really a win-win-win for everyone.
You know, this right here really gets to the heart of it. This is the goal. We want people to be able to find their files and do their jobs without needing a degree in network architecture. It just works. All right, so let's ground all this in a few real-world examples. Where would you actually see DFS being used in a normal business? Well, first up, uniting all those departmental shares we saw at the beginning. Instead of 10 different shortcuts, users just have one. Simple. Second, syncing branch offices. DFS replication is absolutely perfect for making sure the team in a remote office has fast, local access to the exact same critical files as headquarters. And third, those server upgrades that everyone dreads, they become completely invisible to your users. IT can perform major back-end surgery, and not a single person will call the help desk about a broken drive mapping. So, this brings us all the way back to our first question. I want you to think about your own organization's file setup. Right now, is it a complex, frustrating maze, or is it a clear, simple map that actually helps people get their work done? Because with DFS, you have the power to give them the map.